The mission of impact journals as a scientific publisher aims to maximize research impact through insightful peer review, eliminate borders between specialties by linking different fields of biomedical science, and foster application of basic and clinical science. This mission cannot be accomplished without following strong ethical standards. Scientific integrity is a crucial component of scholarly publishing. At Impact Journals, a growing industry of digital technologies, tools, and ideas are constantly being added to our robust scientific integrity process. Our scientific integrity process is built around several components. 1. Presence of ethics statements. 2. Adherence to industry standards for scientific publishing. 3. Rigorous and insightful peer review. 4. Elimination of plagiarism. 5. Image forensic service. 6. If a problem arises post-publication, we conduct investigations following COPE guidelines in cooperation with the authors and their affiliated institution. Our detailed ethical statements are publicly available and published on our websites. We encourage authors to read and follow our code of conduct. Each of our journals follow the recommendations of the Committee on Publication Ethics, COPE. The journals also follow the International Committee of Medical Journal Editors' recommendations for the conduct, reporting, editing, and publication of scholarly work in medical journals. Publication ethics statements are easily accessible from the main navigation system at the journal's homepages. The statements are also displayed on the author submission portal. A detailed description of the ethical guidelines can also be found at the editorial policies/instructions for authors pages. Impact Journal's editorial policies are consistent with internationally accepted standards for best research practices and reporting. All journals comply with the COPE Code of Conduct and adhere to its best practice guidelines. The journals also follow the principles expressed in the Declaration of Helsinki of 1975, as revised in 2000, for all research involving human participants. All research involving human participants must have been approved by the author's institutional review board or equivalent committee or committees, and that board must be named by the authors in the manuscript. For research involving human participants, informed consent must have been obtained, or the reason for lack of consent explained, for example, if the data were analyzed anonymously. All clinical investigations must have been conducted according to the principles expressed in the Declaration of Helsinki. Authors should also submit a statement from their ethics committee or institutional review board indicating approval of their research. The journals also require animal studies to be conducted in accordance with the recommendations of the Weatherall Report on the use of non-human primates in research. All animal work must have been conducted according to relevant national and international guidelines. In accordance with the recommendations of the Weatherall Report, we specifically require authors to include details of animal welfare and steps taken to ameliorate suffering in all work involving non-human primates. All policies have functioning link to the full text of these guidelines. All articles are consistent with the best practices accepted by scholarly journals. The journals require authors to follow essential publishing standards regarding data management, figure preparation, chemical nomenclature, clinical trials, and reporting. For additional information about these policies, please visit the editorial policies sections of our website. All articles include the following sections where applicable: title, authors, affiliations, contact information, keywords, abstract, introduction, results, discussion, methods or materials and methods, abbreviations, conflicts of interest, author contributions, funding, references. Our journals are committed to peer review and editorial oversight of all published content. Our peer review policy statements are easily accessible from the main navigation system at the homepage of the journals. For reference, please see publication ethics statements and editorial policies pages on our websites. In summary, editors select experts in the field based on their published work. We utilize the Web of Science Reviewer Locator, Publin's Reviewer Connect service, which trawls the carefully curated Web of Science publication and citation index and Publin's exclusive cross-publisher peer review database to return a ranked list of potential reviewers, matched to search criteria, from over 7 million authors. After selection, invitations are sent to 6 to 12 potential reviewers to ensure obtaining at least 2 peer reviews. After receiving 2 to 4 reviews, editors make decisions as to whether the paper must be rejected outright or sent to the authors for revision. After revision, the editors send the revised article and authors' detailed responses back to the reviewers for their comments. No more than 3 rounds of revision are allowed, after which the editors must make a final decision. Editors do not participate in the peer review or decision-making for their own manuscripts. Our journals utilize a submission system created by eJournal Press to facilitate the peer review process. The login portal for the submission system can be found on each journal homepage. Additionally, the Web of Science Reviewer Locator is integrated into EJP. Testimonials from authors about OncoTarget's peer review process can be found by visiting oncotarget.com/videos/testimonials. Here at Impact Journals, we take a very serious approach to the elimination of plagiarism. All articles must be original, and plagiarism in any form is never acceptable. If plagiarism is identified, Impact Journals follows COPE guidelines to investigate and rectify such issues. Plagiarism includes, but is not limited to, any form of copying, such as text, images, data, or ideas, without proper attribution. We use Crosscheck, a special service provided by Crossref, to check submitted papers for plagiarism. If plagiarism is detected after publication, we may issue a correction or retract the paper. At Impact Journals, we seek to do everything we can to ensure that problematic images are not published. Currently, we use advanced image forensic services to check images in all submitted papers. We utilize the service provided by KnowledgeWorks Global, also known as KGL, a high-level image forensics company in the industry. We have also developed an additional in-house screening tool, which works successfully in tandem with the KGL image forensic services. Impact Journals has also developed multiple sophisticated in-house tools to screen newly submitted tables and images against content that exists already both on the internet and in our own journals. Information about image forensics can be found on our editorial policies webpage and on the author submission portals. In addition to these tools, we maintain our own database containing information about all questionable papers. New submissions are checked against the database during quality control. This database works in tandem with the submission process to ensure that institutions and authors who are associated with higher rates of questionable papers are red flagged in the submission system. If a problem arises post-publication, we conduct investigations following COPE guidelines in cooperation with the authors and their affiliated institution. Any instance of unethical publishing behavior will be investigated, even if it's discovered years after publication. Editors and publishers follow COPE recommendations as a guideline for ensuring that investigations are effective. If an error or misconduct are confirmed, a correction or retraction is published in the journal. We investigate any misconduct in cooperation with the ethical committee of the corresponding university or clinical center. Impact Journals maintains a subscription to PubPeer, a website that allows users to discuss and review scientific research after publication. While investigating an article, we also publish the statement, "This article is currently undergoing investigation." This note remains in place until the concern is resolved. Widely disseminating high-quality science is incumbent upon strong ethical standards for academic integrity. Impact Journals continues to search for new digital technologies and new ideas to maintain and improve on the high scientific standards we strive to achieve when publishing papers. To learn more about Impact Journals or any of our journals, please visit impactjournals.com. Also, be sure to follow us on social media for our latest updates on publications.